week, I'm here with Heike Ritter, old friend Heike Ritter, a race car champion companion I have here, and we're going to talk about what's new with Microsoft Defender ATP. Heike, thank you for coming to the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
So a lot of announcements around ATP, this Ignite. Talk about the new threat and vulnerability management, what's been made available.
Yeah, so especially for threat and vulnerability management, we made a couple of new announcements. So the first one that I want to highlight is actually we announced preview for supporting servers coming up in the next week, which means customers can not only detect or discover vulnerabilities on their client endpoints, but now also on servers, which is, of course, a very important asset on the network. In addition to server support, we also announced new schemas for advanced hunting. So that means customers can use our rich advanced hunting tool to also query threat and vulnerability data. An example could be you have a separate database somewhere else that shows you the licenses that you have for applications.
Right.
So now you use our real-time data, you run a query, you get the data out, what applications are actually being executed on endpoints, and you compare it and you can see if everything has been licensed properly.
Now that's not just for cloud, this is for hybrid implementation as well, right? So from a perspective from IT, the benefit here is with the additional schema and analysis that's occurring, is this protecting data at rest and data in transport? Like, what is the real benefit here in regards to that?
We are not really talking about data, we're like talking about applications, OS and stuff. So that means you discover all the vulnerabilities and misconfiguration that you have on endpoints, as well as on servers. And this is real time, wherever the client is. It could be a virtual machine, it could be something on premise, wherever. We give you real-time data. Plus, a big differentiator that we have with threat and vulnerability management in Microsoft Defender ATP is that we add a risk-based prioritization. So think of it today, if a customer, an organization sees vulnerabilities, they get a, how high is this CVE? Oh, this is really critical. But is it really critical to your organization? You don't know. You need to understand how many times has this application actually been executed. Is it being exploited out there in the wild? Is sensitive data stored on this device? So we give additional business context so that the security admin can prioritize which vulnerabilities to fix first.
Now, to make this session interactive, we're also including our live audience here and the audience that's online. If you go to aka.ms/MS Ignite Live, you can go on and there's actually a poll. We're actually checking to see right now, and threat and vulnerability management for server is currently #1 that people are actually selecting in terms of what's most exciting for them for the announcements that were this week.
Good.
So to continue the conversation, let's get into RBAC. Right?
Yeah.
So what's now made available in terms of RBAC?
So when it comes to threat and vulnerability management in organization, it's not just one team that takes care of this. So usually it's, let's say, the IT, the security admin is responsible to reducing the risk, to have a very good security posture. But then we also have IT admins that take care of actually implementing the patch. And we also have security operations that are looking into incidents. They would like to see if the incident is related to a CVE. So we have multiple personas. And
so we're not just offering up this general password to have everybody have access to, that they can do carte blanche everything?
It is password 123 for everyone.
Oh, there we go, that's it, right?
No, and so it's important, like operations, security operations, they probably don't want the sec admins to see all the alerts. The sec admins don't want to have the sec ops see how good or bad the security posture is. So we provide more granular control, who has access to what, so role-based access. And in addition to this, one of the unique values as well that we have is we have a tight integration with Microsoft Intune, so to actually bridge the gaps between the security teams and the IT admin. So it's an amazing process where you say, hey, there is a vulnerability in whatever application it is, Contoso Media Player. And the sec admin can now, with a click of a button, request a remediation for this vulnerability. if we will create something that is new, it's a security task in Microsoft Intune. So the Intune admin can now look at the task, we give all the context, we say this is the download that you have to do, those are all the exposed machines, please fix it. And then the security admin can keep track of it. So it's not just throwing something in a black hole and you don't get something back.
From an auditing perspective, now you have this track history in terms of the pattern of how this was addressed. That's awesome.
And if customers use additional management system, IT management, such as ServiceNow, we also now have our own connector, our integration with ServiceNow coming up next week.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And that was another big announcement here, that you had the additional functionality in terms of the integration for ServiceNow.
Yeah.
So. What else? What else is going on? So I know there's new EDR capabilities.
Yes, there was another big announcement.
Yes.
Starting last night, we have a public preview available for all our public preview customers, and everybody can opt in for EDR capabilities for Microsoft Defender ATP for Mac.
That's big.
We announced Microsoft Defender ATP for Mac back in March, and it was generally available in June. But it only had our next generation protection in it, and we are adding additional MDATP capabilities over the time, and EDR is the next. So detecting suspicious activities and bad things on Macs now.
On Mac, and that's the thing, right? It's got to be holistic in terms of your security solution. We know that individuals are bringing all sorts of devices into the workplace. We're well beyond the whole BYOD aspect. And it's great now in terms of Defender having that seamless integration and having that ability to govern over all devices, not just Windows, right?
And for the admins, for the security people, it's one single console. They don't have to use something different for Macs or for other operating systems. And in context of EDR for Mac, for those that watch the technical keynote from Rob Lefforts, they saw the very first sneak preview of our Microsoft Defender ATP for Linux. So we are not stopping there. We keep innovating and adding additional OS support, platform support.
So on the Linux side, can you explain a little bit more what was announced here at Microsoft Ignite in terms of what's now being supported for Linux?
So it's not yet supported.
Okay,
we just showed a sneak preview into what we are going to make available next year. So it's an effort. It takes time to actually develop the solution for Linux, but we committed to it, and it will be evolving over time as well. It will start with having an antivirus solution, adding EDR over time, TVM, everything that is part of Microsoft Defender ATP and that can be brought over to other platforms. Yes, there are technologies in Windows that are Windows that we cannot make available.
Right. Now, sessions were delivered this week. In terms of the announcements, actual technical demonstrations were provided. If you are on techcommunity.microsoft.com, you will have access to all the recordings later on, which is great, so that if you've missed it here at the show, you can actually catch it up later. Let's talk a little bit about the Microsoft Threat Experts offering. That's a really cool offering that was also announced.
It's a managed hunting service for Microsoft Defender ATP. It comes with two capabilities, as we call it. The first one is targeted attack notification, which means our threat experts, they're proactively hunting across our customers' data. It's all de-identified, so it's not that they have visibility into machine name, file names, usernames. It's all de-identified. And if they see something suspicious in addition to our technology that is in Microsoft Defender ATP, they will send an alert to the console. Think of it, we have IOAs or IOCs that are not yet in prime time for everyone, but they have a really good quality. And if you apply, or if you add a human to it and stuff, you can spot things that are not yet part of the EDR solution. So they are using this, they're looking at traps, and this is part, and everybody can opt in for it though. And then the second capability is experts on demand. And this is what we just announced for now, general availability. And all MTE customers can, if they opt in and if they get approved, they get a 90 days free trial, and they can actually request help from a threat expert. So you see something in your console and you're not sure, is this relevant for me? Is this a false positive, false negative, whatever? You can request help and you will get redirected to a threat expert that can help you.
And the benefit here, correct me if I'm wrong, because the data is all anonymized and we're looking through how the attacks occur and what have you, it benefits everybody who takes advantage of the service, right?
Yeah.
So it's not something where it's just one individual or one organization gets the learnings out of how the attack is occurring. It's everybody who's subscribed to this can now take advantage and from what we've learned, how it can be stopped at your organization.
Everything that feeds back to us will be used for everyone, of course. So this is the big benefit of having a big data, having our intelligent security graph, where all the data feeds in, and applying machine learning and feeding it back into our solutions.
Right. So what else? What else was top of mind? What was exciting in terms of announcements that were shared this week for Defender?
So I think for this week, those were the main announcements that we made for Microsoft Defender ATP. We like last week or the week before, and everything is still new. You know how it is? It's a cloud solution. It's like every time there's new things coming up.
Right.
Another thing I think it's important for customers to know, we have now additional reports that give them visibility, for instance, into web threats.
Okay.
So everybody knows the term Smart Screen, our technology, which is first of all not only in Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer, it's built into the operating system. So if some application tries to do any bad connections to a bad reputation URL, IP, or whatever, this threat can be blocked. Will be blocked. And with Microsoft Defender ATP, you now get visibility into these web threats where they happened. Similarly to web threats, we talked about it earlier, is now you can add your own IOCs, also IP addresses and domains into the console and say, if, this is my IOC, I know it's a bad IP, it's a bad domain, I don't want anyone to access it.
Right.
And we use our technologies to block access to those.
And it's so beneficial, right? When you're rolling out these solutions, you're understanding where the attacks are occurring, you're implementing these to be seamless to the end users so they can still do their jobs and they're not hindered.
Yes.
And you're protecting the organization as well.
Right.
Now, not everybody is a superb security individual like yourself. Getting started in the journey in terms of Defender ATP, where do I start my journey in terms of understanding what's available, understanding what I should take into consideration when I'm deploying the solution? Where do I start in terms of my journey?
I love the question. So, of course, I would encourage everyone to start a trial, which is aka.ms/mdatp. Request a trial.
Okay.
And then we have something in the product that's called Evaluation Lab, where we guide a customer through the journey of onboarding a machine and doing some example hacks and the tools and guide them through the journey.
And then I'm guessing docs.microsoft.com.
Docs.microsoft.com, and then of course to learn about all the new things, it's aka.ms/mdatp blog.
Okay.
And you end up at the tech community blog for Microsoft.
And that's been beneficial, right? Because you have a large community in the security community that's willing to help each other. Right, and so in going to tech communities on Microsoft.com and going through the security, specifically the Defender ATP branch of the site, a lot of people chiming in regards to, this is what I've seen, this is how I've addressed it, this is how I've made adjustments to adjust the attacks that are occurring.
And honestly, I mean, we work very, very closely, yes, with the community, but also with design partners and customers. So we're not just building a product and then throw it over the wall and say, hey, just use it. We really work hard with customers to understand what are their needs and implement it. And if you have seen or attended some of the sessions here, in almost all our sessions we had design partners talking to the audience, and telling them how they use the product and how they helped making the product the way it is today.
What an amazing, idea that we're talking to our customers in terms of what they want to implement,
Isn't that like crazy idea, actually?
It's so awesome to have you on the show. Thank you very much.